Hi guys, welcome back. This is average Pokemon trainer here with your daily dose of some Wi-Fi battles. Now today we have BG here. BG was on the site. Can't remember your name, BG. If you do see this battle, please inform me of your name, and I'll put your name in the detailed information in YouTube. But let's get into the battle today. I have this team. It's the Sash Breloom, the Shiny Mega Gyarados, the Coughing, the Assault Vest, Reggie's Ice, Life Orb Nidoking, and Scarfrator is making his grand return, scarfing all over the place. But he also has some good ones too. Grudra, maybe Assault Vested, Infinite Scarf or Banded, a Coughing of his own. He has a Tentacruel, which is the first time battling one of those. Was pretty stoked about that. He has Gliscor, the bane of my existence, and he has Forthorn. So, without any further ado, let's get into the match. Okay, BG sends in ouch, which is Fartarn. Ouch. I go to my Breloom. He really can't do much on me. I opt to go for the slow sweep on him. As he go ahead and sets up the rocks. I think he gets the R-Barb damage and the Rocky Helmet damage. Signaling he is a bit more defensive, special defense wise. He goes to the rocks, as I said. Doesn't want to take another low sweep to the dome, so he opts to switch out into his evil. You know it's evil. Yes, it is evil. It is Gliscor, the bane of my existence. So Gliscor comes in, being a bitch as always. I didn't want to stay in. I can't stay in on a Gliscor. These things carry Ice Fang and knockoff and all those good stuff. It goes for the knockoff, does a lot of damage, knocks off my leftovers, but I do get the mummy on him, so the poison heal has just turned to mummy, making that poison that he has on himself right now a dangerment to his life. So he goes for the earthquake, seeing if he can take me down. Does not take me down, and I go for the Hex. The Hex does a lot of damage, but not enough to take down his evil. He was like, oh my god, my thing is going to die. I'm going to switch out. Knowing that he's going to switch out, I opt to go for the rest. So I have my Corrogonal sleeping like a baby. It walls life, it walls Gliscors pretty well. So I go for the rest and I switch out because I don't want to take a special attack from the Gudra, which is about to wreck my soul. And I go into my Reggie's Ice, the perfect Gudra counter to anything Gudra has except for Earthquake. So once you have a special attacking Gudra, my Reggie's Ice walls you for life. But I get poison with the poison bomb. And I was like, oh, really? So I go for the Blizzard, trying to get damage on the Gudra. That thing's a threat. He goes out into his other wall, which is his Tentacruel. He blocks out the ice move pretty well. He opts to go to set up the toxic spikes at this time. I go to take him and see how much a Thunderbolt does. It does a decent 30%. But Tentacruel is special defense bulky invested, so I knew it wasn't going to do as much as I wanted it to. He switches out his Tentacruel at this point in time and goes back into his ouch. I go for the Charge Beam, hoping to get the special attack raise instead, and I do not get the special attack raise, which did suck right there. I really wanted to get that. I think I could save my Reggie's Ice for Pseudo Death Fodder for his Gudra, so I plan to do that. I go into Breloom just to see if he was going to head and go for the Leech Seed, which he does go for the Leech Seed. Doesn't affect Breloom. I bring Breadum in as pseudo Death Father at this point to go for the low sweep, and but he predicts the low sweep and goes into his own configuration named Queen Sheba. Now, Queen Sheba is like, you don't look too good. You need to take a nap. And I let his croak know. I let his coffin does what my coffin does well. Sleep on the job. Sleep. So he goes to his Queen Sheba. I switch out. Now I can't take a hit from. I could switch into my Nether King safely, and I get the toxic spikes off of my feet because he had laid down the toxic site earlier. So it was a multi-purpose switch. He doesn't want to take anything from the special site from my Nether King. I go for the Earth Power. I should have gone for the Ice Beam. Wasn't really studying this. He brings back into his evil. Goes for the Protect, and you know what this thing does, and it just walls your life. It walls your life. He is like, don't want to take that Ice Beam. Knowing that you carry Ice Beam now, he goes into his Gudra to take the Ice Beam. He takes a decent chunk, and I go for the second Ice Beam. You see how much it does. And that is looking like a 4-hit KO. I stay to do the Ice Beams. But then he carries the Ice Beam of his own, which was pretty not keen on my part. But I get the critical hit here, and I end up killing his Gudra. If not, his Gudra would have taken me out. So the crit did matter in that situation, and my Nether King lived another day. He goes for the U-turn, but I live! Oh, Nether King, you beast! Oh, yes! And I go for the Earth Power on the sleeping Sheba, and it does about half. And I was like, yeah, this thing is getting its ass brooked off. And I go for the second Earth Power and take him out. Queen Sheba is not in the building anymore, and Ape Escape is back. Good nickname, by the way. Goes for the quick mat punch to take me out. At this point in time, I'm not too sure if he was banded or he was scarfed, but he does carry the mat punch, so I don't know what he is. So but he does switch out, maybe thinking he's banded, maybe thinking he's scarfed. But Brave Bird in everything that moves right now. So Scarfrator comes in Brave Bird's life. My recall takes effect. The Iron Bars takes effect, and the Rocky Helmet, and all that damage, man, just to take out a Ferrothorn. And he goes into his Ape Escape, and Ape Escape outspeeds Scarfrator, signaling this thing's scarf itself. So with that knowledge, I went into Breloom, knowing he's scarf right now, and he had to pull out. With that information in mind, I know I could at least spore this thing, scare it out with a spore, and leave my Breloom as pseudo Death Father for whatever I needed to do. So he goes into his evil, and he sets up the Protect to stall out my toxic heal and get some life back with his poison heal. So I fainted. I didn't get to do anything to the Pokemon, so the switch didn't really work in my favor. I go into my sleeping coffin at this point in time to wall life itself. So he was like, I don't want that waking up and hitting me with hats. So he go into cool na cruel, and I am just walling life. Right now I'm sleeping and walling life. He doesn't understand I'm just walling his whole life. He goes for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb does not do that much. Configure Gus is bulky. as still. It could take those all day, all night, every day of the week, every week of the year. So he keeps going off for sludge bombs, and I wake up and I will whisk the shit out of him. Cause I can't toxic a Grand Crew, so I went ahead with that notion that I need to burn this digger. So I burn the cooler crew, and he goes for the sludge bomb again, gets the poison, and I was like, really? Oh, I really gotta deal with this? But I go for the hats, and it does a decent chunk, but not enough. So, Configurus Coffin is in here just looking at him, and I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He's trying to throw some bombs my way, sludge bombs my way, but nothing's working out for him. I go for the hats again to see how much it does. It does a good set of damage. It doesn't take him out, but the burn recall will. At this point in time, I have Configurus in here. I think Configurus is my second last mon to my last mon, so I need Configurus for his glide score, and this is the only thing I know that could actually take out this glide score. But he goes for the knockoff, and I knew he went for the knockoff. But he shouldn't have gone for the knockoff. He should have gone for the earthquake, but the earthquake wouldn't take me out when I would have rest up. So the knockoff was his best play. But the knockoff gets him his mummy, and I go into my Reggie's ice. At this point in time, Reggie's ice comes in to die because I can't live the Stuff Rock damage, and I go into my Gardos, which is my last mon now. He only has his glide score, and I have my Gardos in there. I get the Intimidate off. I don't need to Mega Evolve because he can't hit me with the Earthquake. Knockoff is not going to do that much, and plus I have my Mega Stone, and you can't knock off that. He opts to go for the Ice Fang, which is neutral damage, but the Toxic is rolling up on him as well because he has Mummy now instead of Poison Heal, and I opt to go for 2 Dragon Dances. Now this is a crucial moment right here. I should have gone for a 3rd Dragon Dance. I could have lived another Ice Fang and go for another Dragon Dance here. If I went for another Dragon Dance here, I basically outsped the Infernape, which was Scarf at that point. I thought 2 Dragon dances could take the Infernape. I was wrong. I go for the Earthquake. Go for the Waterfall, feeling confident. I was like, I outspeed this, man. I got this game in the bag. Got this game in the bag. He goes, I get the Mummy trade-off ability because I hit him with Waterfall. No big lost. He goes straight for the Thunder Punch, and he takes me out. I was like, really? And I did the calculations, and I was right. +3 does outspeed Scarf. Infernape, not +2. That was good information to know back there. I should have gone for the 3rd D dance. I should have been the greedy guy and gone for the 3rd D dance. But he won the match. He was the better player at that point in time. BG, I do want that rematch. I do think BG is one of the guys from the Caribbean as well. So, BG, if you do see this match, I do need your name so I can write your name in the description. But it was a good match either way. Guys, please like the videos. I hope you're enjoying these videos that I'm doing. Putting my heart and soul into them. Also, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.